Welcome to What is Statistics by Theodore Nelson. The reality is, many people are intimidated by statistics, but I'm here to tell you that statistics is much more than just math and complicated equations. All people seem to see are the numbers and don't understand the reason behind the data that is compiled. In order to fully understand statistics, it must first be clearly defined. As you read his definition, look at all the different actions that make up statistics. It is classified as a science, but why? It's because it gives you the ability to conduct research to obtain data, organize it so it can be analyzed, and ultimately be interpreted to be able to draw valid conclusions. The world's population is so large that it is not practical to survey each person or object for every situation. Imagine that the world is a puzzle. Sometimes it would be easier to perform more meaningful analysis if you break down the population into smaller pieces. For instance, you may not need to know all the vehicles in the state of Virginia in 2015, but you need to know how many vehicles were registered with the DMV on August 31st, 2015. In order to keep you from being dazed and confused, I am going to discuss some of the key terms in the world of statistics. When a statistician refers to a population, they are referring to a complete collection of all measurements or data that are being considered. The key word to remember is all. It doesn't only apply to people or animate creatures such as the population of China or the dog population of the United States. It could also apply to the population of objects, events, procedures, or observations. A population can be studied using one or two approaches, taking a census or selecting a sample. A census is used to collect data from every member of the population. Let's say you didn't want to collect your data for the entire population. Then you could simply conduct a sample, which is a sub-collection of members selected from that population. A well-chosen sample will contain most of the information about a particular population parameter, but the relation between the sample and the population must allow true inferences to be made about a population from that sample. Whether you observe an entire population or a sample of that population, you cannot draw conclusions or obtain accurate results without the appropriate data. Let me reiterate my point. Since the United States has a population of well over 300 million people, it is difficult to enumerate all the units of a population within the available time constraints, especially since there is one birth every 8 seconds and one death every 13 seconds. It takes longer to collect, process, and release the results of the data. It is also important to mention that although a census provides a true measure of a population with no sampling error, there are higher costs associated with this process. A sample consisting of a specific number of people over a specific period of time may be the better option. Remember when I stated that the population could also apply to objects, events, procedures, or observations. These are some of the data types that are important in the world that we live in. Everything from birth rates to accident rates have a tremendous impact on industries such as health, medicine, business, and government. What is the overall purpose of statistics? The private sector uses statistics in a variety of ways. For instance, to determine how many schools, churches, hospitals, banks, and even prisons are needed to fulfill the requirements for the population within each community. Industries such as health and medicine, business and industry, and government employ statisticians. Health and medicine include animal health, genetics, clinical trials, and public health. Business and industry includes agriculture, chemistry, economics, finance, and marketing. Government includes Bureau of Justice Statistics, Census Bureau, National Defense, and Population Research. This concludes my presentation. I hope it gave you some insight on the meaning of statistics and why it is more than just math.